Redskin and Lady Redskin basketball on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
It's time for Loudon basketball. Good evening, and thank you for joining 96.1 WLNT for tonight's broadcast between the Loudon Redskins and the Tellico Plains Bears. This contest is the fourth game of the 2023-2024 basketball season. The Lady Redskins come in tonight's contest at 2-1, while the Redskins come in tonight at 1-2. And so this is geared up to be a great game. This is a former opponent in the previous district that the Redskins and the Tellico Plains went against, but now it is just a normal contest as they no longer are in the district as we have moved up.
And you know, Wiley, over the years we've had some great basketball games with Tellico, and you know tonight won't be any different. There's a little added flair in there since Coach Brad Abernathy is from Tellico, so he'll be seeing a lot of familiar faces, and he'll talk about that in the next segment when we have some words from him. But the crowd's starting to trickle in. We remind you, if you're out there driving around, come in, watch the basketball game. The concession stand is in full force out there. Melinda Allman and Gary Whitfield have that going this evening, so you'll want to stop by there and you can get supper and 2 basketball games right here.
And there's no better place to be this evening. But if you can't make it out, we do thank you for joining us, all of our many tried and true and faithful listeners that has always tuned in to the Redskins. And so we do thank you, all of our tried and true, such as Miss Mary Evelyn Chahaz, Mama and Papa Faye, and Mr. Jim Roberts, Martha and Joe Malloy, Dr. Paul, Miss Jane Breakbill, just so many of you all that continuously tune in each and every game to listen to the Loudon Redskins.
And all those folks who follow us on our social media too, because we have a lot of folks out there that will send us messages. They'll like and subscribe, and we'll be reminding you where those are as we go throughout the evening. But thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all those sponsors that make this broadcast possible.
As previously mentioned, Tellico Plains no longer in the district with the Loudon Redskins. Instead, the district that the Loudon Redskins will be going against looks like this, with Loudon, Heritage, Sequoia, South Doyle, and Lenoir City. And of course, those games, district play begins December 12th at Heritage. If we look at the month of December, as now we are, just look at it and all of a sudden November's over with and December's just about to begin. And so now the December schedule looks like this. On December 1st, which is Friday, the Loudon Redskins will travel over to Greenback to take on the Cherokees. And we do want to remind listeners that that is a different start time, as they will take on the Cherokees at Greenback starting at 6:30 for the girls and then 8 o'clock for the boys.
All Greenback games usually run 30 minutes behind, so we'll be off schedule there just a little bit. But Mike Thompson and Dennis Queen will bring you live coverage from Greenback, and then more on the schedule.
So then the following will be December 5th at home against Sweetwater. That is not a district game anymore. December 7th at home against Kingston. Again, not a district game anymore, but always those two are great rivalry games. And then, as we just mentioned, the district will start off December 12th at Heritage, and then December 15th at home against Sequoia. The Loudon Redskins will finish out the month of December at 2 Christmas tournaments. The first one taking place here at Loudon High School, December 19th, 20th, and 21st. And then at Soddy Daisy, December 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Now, something we should mention before the Christmas break, there are no weeks where there are 3 games played in the same week. But now when you get down into January and February, you'll start seeing that. So a lot of basketball action will take place then. And as we shake our way into the district, we hope you'll follow the Redskins and Lady Redskins on this upcoming season as we're getting started here. And like you said, it's hard to believe we're already talking December.
And that's kind of used to be tradition, where it's the 2 games, usually always Tuesday, Fridays. Not always the case this season, but less 3-game weeks. And part of the big reason is because it's tough to play a competitive, most of our games that are not district games are those competitive, gritty, hard-nosed games against county rivals or other traditional rivals. And it's hard to play one of those games on a Thursday and then turn around and play an important district match on a Friday. So these coaches have opted to try to even it out a little bit more so their players can be well rested and well prepared to take on those district foes.
Now, one thing it's always tricky when we get down to that time is weather, and there's no way to predict that, and you never know if you'll have a cancellation in a makeup game. So that's another thing that's always a factor and something that we always watch.
It is, but we'll tell you what, if you are ever in need to know of whether or not the Redskins are on schedule or not, the best place to go is redskinradio.com, where they have all the latest information on Loudon Redskins and just a plethora, a cornucopia of information.
A fountain, if you will. We will also have promos at the top of the hour, every hour on WLNT and Magic 104.1, letting you know when the next game will be, providing that we know. Sometimes when we get in those makeup situations with weather, you don't know what's happening when. But as soon as we get it, we'll put it out to you, and the coaches are so good and gracious about getting that information to us in a timely manner.
All right, both teams are out warming up as we're about to have the Loudon Lady Redskins against the Tellico Plains Lady Bears here at Loudon High School. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and talk about this game on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
Get updates on the Loudon Redskins, scores, pictures, and more. Just follow us on Twitter at Redskin Radio.
This broadcast is made possible by Loudon County School Board member Scott Newman. Go Redskins! This message from Scott Newman, a proud Redskin supporter. This broadcast is made possible by Loudon City Council member Tim Dixon. Go Redskins! This message from Tim Dixon, a proud Redskin supporter.
WLNT.
For over 20 years, Troy's Auto Repair has been serving Loudon and surrounding areas. Troy's offers general mechanical repairs, and they're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and Saturdays by appointment only. Located at the corner of Port Madison Road and Highway 11 in Loudon. Troy's Auto Repair. Phone 408-0020.
Magic 104.1.
Tire Pros, located at Ag Central in Loudon, has a state-of-the-art alignment machine. They offer oil changes, tire rotation, and balancing, including road force balancing. Tire Pros has a complete selection of tires, and they do repairs. Tire Pros, 2084 Wesley Highway in Loudon. Phone 458-2057.
Dr. Jason Bowman and staff proudly support Loudon High School. Their state-of-the-art family dental practice is located at 800 Mulberry Street in Loudon. Go Redskins! This message from Dr. Jason Bowman. Phone 458-4352.
WLNT.
And here we are at Loudon High School in our traditional post half court straight up behind the scores table tonight, manned by Billy Bibbins on the golden microphone. You've got Uncle Silly Billy Breakbill and Miss Sarah Chahaz. On the left side will be the visiting Tellico Plains Lady Bears bench as they're in their maroon, all maroon uniforms. And on the right side is the Loudon Lady Redskins bench, and they're all white uniforms, black numerals. And sporting here at the end of the bench is Disco Ball Abernathy. And what a blazer he has on, Chip, as it's like he's just dropped down from the ceiling.
He's got the sparklies tonight, so he's going to be the most noticed thing on the Loudon bench as far as uniforms go tonight.
Well, if Miss Rebecca McBride takes a picture of him, that flash may blind us.
That could. You never know.
All right. Speaking of Coach Abernathy, he, of course, has some great intel on this visiting Tellico Plains Lady Bears team, so let's let him tell us about them.
Hey, tonight we're playing Tellico Plains. That is my hometown. That's where I'm from, so we're excited about the opportunity. They're a well-coached team by Brooke McKinnon. They're going to bring intense defense, well executed. So we got to handle their pressure and take care of the ball and then push the pace on tonight for us to have a shot.
Brooke McKinnon is a very exceptional coach. She played some college ball herself down at Lee University. And so she has coached these Lady Bears for a few years now and always has her teams playing hard. This will be a great measuring stick for these Lady Redskins. As we mentioned, the Lady Redskins are 2-1 this season and looking to continue building upon that tonight here against Tellico Plains Lady Bears. We do want to remind you to be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. Search for WLNT Radio. You can follow us on X as well, the app, formerly known as Twitter. Search for Redskin Radio 2. And, of course, always go to the website at redskinradio.com to follow all things Loudon Redskins.
And we remind folks that after these games air, we always try to put the recording up there so you can go back and listen through SoundCloud. If you'll just go to our website and click on that, you'll find that. And also, we shoot a little bit of video, and we put that on our YouTube channel, which is also Redskin Radio. You can search for that on YouTube and find some clips of previous games and some hot moments that happened throughout both the boys and girls games.
There's also a great brochure, I guess you could call it, a program that Coach Abernathy and Coach Graves has produced, all for free. And so you can pick those up here at the table if you come in. And of course, as Chip already mentioned, the great concession stand is going by Gary Whitfield and Melinda Allman and company. And so it's a great night for basketball, and you still have a few more minutes to join us.
And if this is the first time you've tuned in this year, we've mentioned it before, but it's certainly worth a mention again. The gym has been re-imaged inside, and a lot of fresh paint and some new logos, some new signage, and new seating arrangements. So if you come in, I've noticed a couple of people come in to sort of stop and figure out, hey, wait a minute, things are a little bit different. The student section for Loudon has now moved behind the home bench, as is the visiting student section is now behind the visiting bench. So all the student section is now over on the side where we sit, and the reserve seating and Loudon family is on the opposite side, and there's an area over there for visitor parents as well. So we've got plenty of seating in this gym. No reason for anybody to get upset about a place to sit. But when you walk in, just take note of the signage and know that you may not be sitting in the same place that you always did, but you might have an even better view.
Definitely. And so we again encourage you to come out, join this matchup, join us to watch this matchup here tonight. If not, we do thank you for tuning in.
And we should mention one of the reasons that happened is to allow for some extra handicap seating. So that has worked out beautifully, and there's a new ramp out at the catwalk at the gym for folks to enter and exit, and that's all done by arrangement. So if you need assistance, you can get that here, and we're good to go. And we got new scoreboards. We should mention that also.
We have, and it's a great atmosphere for tonight's game. So we'll take one more quick break here, and then we'll come back with the national anthem and the NJROTC, and we'll get started on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
This broadcast is made possible by Bill James, Loudoun County Commissioner, proud to support athletics and academics at Loudoun High School. Go Redskins! This message from Bill James.
Magic 104.1.
At Cogdill Motor Company, you the customer are number one. They're operated by a local Loudoun County resident. Go Redskins from Cogdill Motor Company, Highway 72 in Loudoun, and online at cogdillmotorcompany.com.
WLNT.
Magic 104.1.
This broadcast made possible by Eric Newman, Loudon City Council member. Go Redskins! This message from Eric Newman.
Back at Loudon High School, where the visiting Tellico Plains Lady Bears just moments away to take on the home Loudon Lady Redskins in the fourth game of this 2023-2024 basketball season. The NJROTC is lining up on the right side down the baseline, just about to get started to come out to center court, led by none other than Sergeant Tops Dukes. And so we'll get started here with the national anthem and Billy Bivens to give us the call to come out. So there is the buzzer, and we'll take it to the floor to begin the national anthem.
Good evening, everyone. We would like to welcome you to tonight's matchup between the Tellico Lady Bears and your Lady Redskins. We would like to say a big thank you to our team sponsors, Bethany Martin Realty Executives, Maverick Bail Bonds, Protomet, Tennessee Eye Care, Chance Orthodontics, Crossroads Sod Farm, Malibu Boats, Kitty Kingdom Daycare, Nobody Trashes Tennessee, Shane's Pump Service, Peterson White LLP, and in memory of Coach